got some reverb in here.
Katie, Tunstall. Welcome to 38 Songwriters.
Thank you so much.
First of all, Katie, I mean, I was looking at your itinerary. You have Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. Then you're going to Mexico. You got Cayamo. I mean, gosh.
And London. I'm going to London in between all of these things. I am, not for gigs actually, but because I've started writing for musical theatre.
Right.
And so I'm actually writing the music for Clueless, the musical. So setting that up in London, it's a bit of a job pivot. But honestly, this is like a soft start to the year.
Soft for you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know what it's like for new artists now because it's so different out there, but certainly when I started, you would be doing 5 different countries in a week, just like pushing as hard as possible. So while I'm trying to not kind of push that hard anymore, it's very exciting. It's a beautiful way to start the year, seeing a bunch of faces in different places.
Has it been fun writing for?
It's been wild, Jamie. It's really different. It's a completely different skill set because, so first of all, particularly as a solo artist, I've realized that like rock music is like a benign dictatorship if you're lucky. It's like, you do this, you do that, don't play that, bad snare. And it really is this really beautiful, very collaborative, delegated experience of getting a show together. And I'm sort of sitting there and the director is going to the actor, how do you feel about singing that line? I'm like, what? They're asking how they feel? Which is awesome. And it's how, you know, it's respecting how that person really embodies the character. And the one thing that I've learned is that you write the music and then you have this master document. Whereas in my world, very little gets written down in my immediate service. Maybe some of my musicians might make notes, but they're not on stage once, you know, you're playing the gig, and then it can shift and change and, you know, songs change. But with a musical, the idea is that you get this master document and that can go to any company anywhere on the globe and they can put the show on. But you kind of have to let go because they're going to do their version of it. Wow. It's never going to be exactly how you imagined it. So it's a bit of a process of letting go, which is really good actually for me. It's been very good for me. I've realized I'm a total control freak. I need that.
Can't wait to see how it goes.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's we're really paying homage to that 90s soundtrack from the movie. So we've kind of really looked at those production styles that make you feel like you're listening to a mixtape from the 90s. So each song is kind of paying homage to a big, you know, an NSYNC hit or a, you know, Sixpence None the Richer or, you know, one of these bands or like Salt and Pepper. And it's just been so fun.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
By the way, last night I was with John Oates.
Oh, I was just on the phone to John.
There we go.
Yeah.
He was raving about you, and he told me a great story actually. He said that, you know, right before the pandemic, right? I'm talking weeks before the pandemic.
Like a couple of weeks before the shutdown, yeah.
Slated to do like this big tour, and you guys only got to play one show.
Yeah.
But he said that there was magic in that show. He said he didn't understand why. It was at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
But that it was almost too good to be true.
Yeah.
And it was.
Yeah.
Is that how it was?
So we were talking this morning, and we were reminiscing about that show and also about the fact that about 45 seconds into my first song, all my power went. On stage, completely solo, in front of 20,000 people at Madison Square Gardens.
No pressure.
But my mic was still working. It was so bizarre. So all my guitars, all my pedals, everything went. And I'm just there with my pants down in front of 20,000 people going, oh my God, this was meant to be like, you know, ticking the box of one of the most important gigs of my life. Because the other thing is, because I was opening for Hall Oates, it's really unusual to be playing completely solo on that stage. I can't imagine tons of people have done that. Right. It's usually a band or, you know. And I was like, oh my God, what do I do? Like, and I was thinking maybe I should try and sing a song a cappella, but I couldn't think on my feet fast enough which one would sound great with no music. Right. And meanwhile, my tech is like madly trying to, and it turned out they hadn't plugged in something from the sound desk. It had come loose, but it took a couple of minutes. And in the end, I just let go. And I was just like, do you know what, Madison Square Gardens? If 15-year-old me could see me now and watch all my gear fucking up, she would be so happy it was at Madison Square Gardens. Like to imagine that you're even given the opportunity to be on that stage. And then what I was saying to John this morning was, it was a really profound moment for me because nothing is ever going to be that nerve-wracking ever again. Nothing will beat all of your shit going wrong on stage solo at Madison Square Gardens. So now, if anything goes wrong, I'm like, it's not MSG. So it was really cool. But I mean, I was soaring once I came off stage. I was all the adrenaline of that. But my really good friend, Pete Souza, the photographer, who was Barack Obama's photographer in the White House for a long time, humble brag, good friend of mine, but he was there and he took this shot of me from behind once I got going again. And my hair is flying and my guitar is up here. And I was like, I'm so glad he got that photograph because that was the high spectrum of a really challenging situation. Yeah, it was a really... And John was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Katie, this was Equal Trouble. We've enjoyed the heck out of it.
Thank you.
We enjoyed the heck out of it. But let me ask you if you don't mind about 2005.
Yeah, sure.
I remember, I was like, in college or something. When that whole thing happened, because it seems like he was like so quick.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
When, suddenly I see he was in The Devil Wears Prada, and I think he was on Grey's Anatomy and Ugly Betty and a whole bunch of things. Tell me a little bit about like what your mindset was, because that was like, oh my God.
It was oh my God. Yeah, it was properly oh my God.
What's it like for you?
It's strange when I think back to that time because I still can't quite get a handle on it. It still seems like a very mysterious sliding doors pivot in my life because I actually didn't get my record deal till I was 29. I was much older than people thought I was because I had chubby cheeks. And I'd gone on the Jules Holland show in the UK, which is a kind of like a Letterman, but just music. It's just all music. And that had been the kind of big being fired out of a human cannon in the UK. And overnight, like, people got excited. And then the guys from the Today Show saw that performance and got me on the show pretty soon. And then that was Black Horse and the Cherry Tree. And then it was this kind of domino effect where suddenly I See was then on Devil Wears Prada. Catherine McPhee sang Black Horse on the final of American Idol, and the tune went into iTunes chart. And of course, this was at the very birth of YouTube. This was the beginning of people kind of using YouTube. And so it was maybe an early viral video, but it was also this looping where I never imagined people seeing what I did would be as important as the song itself. And so they loved seeing not just a looper, but they loved seeing a girl with like gear. And a lot of people hadn't seen looping at that point where you put the beat in and stuff and then you play along. And I remember thinking to myself, it's just the same. It's just the same as playing to 4 people in a bar. It's just more people. So all I have to do is just keep my head down and just play and have fun. And I'd always, when I joined a little theatre group as a kid, I remember my first performance in the theatre when I was like 8 years old. And I thought, this is so cool that I can see people having fun because I'm having fun. So my fun is contagious to them. So if I have fun, that's all I need to do. And then they have fun. And I kind of still think that's it, really, is that you're... And so, which makes it difficult if you're kind of in a place where you don't want to do a gig or you don't want to play. Sure. It's like, I almost feel like you should share that and just be honest, because that honesty of sharing is what's really the connection, I think. And you can feel that. I think you can feel that. If you watch someone who's like super depressed and they're like playing happy songs and pretending to be happy, you come away just going, I'm not sure. And actually, maybe it would have been a more profound experience to see that person go, do you know what? I'm having a really tough time and I'm going to play the songs that are medicinal to me and this is going out for anyone who's going through the same stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it was wild. It was I can't say I was entirely comfortable.
Really?
I never have been really with that shift. It's really weird.
It was a lot.
It's weird.
It was a lot, yeah.
And
And the blogging scene was going on there.
yeah.
I remember that. It was
Yeah, I mean, thankfully it wasn't quite as intense as it is now, where it's sort of, you know, a window into your bathroom almost. Like, you know, it's so crazy now. But I think it was because I never really coveted being famous. That was never. It was just not needing to have another job.
Sure.
I just wanted to be a musician as a job.
Right.
And I think in that way, I maybe would have benefited from being in a band, you know, just being one of a bunch of a crew. But I had my band. I had the same band for about 5 or 6 years, and that helped. Where it was just a crew of us, and we were a gang. I just never want to be the bride, even though I'm the person at the front. It's like it's a strange push and pull. But I really think that the thing that is front and forward is the songs, and I'm the vessel for the songs, and that's the thing. Tons of people can sing. Like, singing isn't that special, by the way. You know, you go into a classroom with 15-year-old kids, and quite a lot of them are going to be able to sing well.
Right.
But I think being able to write the song and then being able to honestly communicate the song is, I don't need someone to be a great singer. I just need them to be a great vessel for the song.
Well said.
Yeah.
Katie, I could talk to you for 17 hours.
You too.
Because,
So
I could talk about myself for 17 hours.
I mean, it's just I could talk to you forever. And
Yeah.
have a big schedule coming up.
No, it's all good. This is
But,
good.
and I know you're gonna play a song for us.
Yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to play you one from the new record. So COVID was an interesting time with the lockdown because it just gave us all, I think, particularly touring musicians, and I mean anybody who works hard and busy, but we're away from home all the time, and so suddenly we find ourselves at home, and so I was able to sort of have a slight breakdown and do a lot of therapy and sort out a lot of things that had been put in the cupboard until I had time, you know, and something a great therapist told me was about the shadow self, which is this kind of outline of your own kind of feeling of yourself, but behind you, and you're kind of always trying to hide this stuff. And it's as much part of you as your face is, you know, it's who you are. And so it was all about encouraging this, to bring this forward, to be just part of you. It's not something to kind of try and hide. It's useless trying to hide it. So that's what this is called, about, and this is called Dear Shadow. The first day that we met, I saw you out of the corner of my eye. I was fired. You're still the thumb that I'm over. You're still the thumb that I'm over. Oh, I hid you away, pushing you down. We'd always do it our way, between a black and a dark lake, going ground. Oh, I'm looking for love. Breeze a crowd, it always get caught between the black and the gray. But I've been lonely, keeping you back there behind me. Got this swollen feeling we could make amends, but you're holding me back, holding me back. I just wanna run to your shadow, walking in every shade of who I am. Maybe we could start again. We could start again. On the wall, I was 10. You were more than my feeling. By my side, I wanted the sun would see it. I'm creeping. Let it hear. I was strong then, no shame to have you here. Where you belong, 'cause I've been lonely, keeping you back there behind me. Got this swollen feeling we could make amends, but you're holding me back, holding me back. I just wanna run to your shadow, walk in every shade of who I am. maybe we could start again. Oh, well, we could start again. So I realized I borrowed a vibe from one of my favorite songs for this song and decided to add it in. You, what I am is what I am, you, what you are, or what? What I am is what I am, you, what you are, on what? Philosophy is the chalk on a cereal box. Religion is the smile on a dog. 80%. When because I've been alone, keep you back there behind me. Got this swollen feeling we could make amends. I know it's only me and you back there behind me. In my soul, I feel like maybe we'll be friends. What you're holding me back, holding me back. I just wanna run to your shadow, walk in every shape who I am. Maybe we could start again.
My God.
Thank
I
you.
feel like we could pack up, go back home to Nashville now. And it has been done.
The deal's done. I got the record deal, everybody. Thank you so much. Pleasure to speak. Thank you so much.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here for the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from J-Rod Concert Media.